Hi, my dear students. Good morning. I am your Somchaka sir from Kumadwati Science and Commerce PU College, Shikaripura. In this session, I would like to continue the tense series. Dear students, if you didn't watch the 10 series part 1 and part 2, do one thing. I'll give a link in the description box. Go through with that link and watch the part 1 and part 2 and come back here. Okay? Alright. Let's begin the session. Simple past tense. What is the structure of the simple past tense? Look. Subject, verb in a second form, and object. This is the structure of the simple past tense positive sentence. Look, I am giving a structure of the simple past tense positive sentence. This is the structure of the positive sentence. Positive sentence. So why I gave here the separate positive sentence structure? Because there is a trick here. When you are writing the negative sentence, or when you are changing the positive sentence to the negative sentence. Look here, the negative sentence structure: subject, helping verb plus not plus verb in a first form, then object. So this is the negative sentence structure. Okay, so that is why I gave a structure for positive and negative separately. Okay, let's begin the more detail in more detail. Dear students, where we are using the simple past tense to express the past actions or the past activities. We are using the simple past tense to express the past activities. One example I would like to give here. We went to market last night. Look here, dear students. We went to market last night. Here we stand for subject, went stand for we2, and the remaining rest of the sentence stand for object. So this is called simple past tense, one example, and this is also called as affirmative sentence of the simple past tense. Dear students, when we want to change the affirmative sentence to a negative sentence, we need to take help from the helping verb. In simple past tense, there is one and only helping verb is there, that is called did. So, did is the one and only helping verb which comes in the simple past tense. Look, how to make a negative sentence right now. We, okay, what is the helping verb? Did is the helping verb. Did. For negative sentence, we need to add not. Not. Look, here I wrote V2. When I gave a structure of the negative sentence, I wrote V1. Look, what is the V1 of the went? Go is the present form of the went. Look, we did not go to market last night. Look at the structure of the negative sentence, dear students. We stand for subject, did stand for helping verb, not stand for negative sentence, and go stand for V1. Look at here, V1. This is the tricky one here. I'll tell you why it is comes as a present form of the verb here. I will tell you. And the rest of the sentence is called as object. You might get confused. Sir, why we write present form of the verb in the simple past tense? The answer is very clear, my dear students. Look here, did is indicating already a past activities. So, if you use did in a sentence, then the verb must be in a present form. Most of the students are making a mistake here. They usually speak when they are communicating each other. We didn't gone, we didn't came, like that. That is wrong. That is totally wrong. After using the did, you should use verb in a first form. So that is why I gave two structure for the simple past tense, positive structure and the negative structure. Look here, this is the negative structure. And when we are changing the positive sentence to the interrogative sentence, which is also called as a yes or no type of sentence, it is like this. Look here, I already told you how to frame a yes or no type of sentence easily. What is the structure? We have to begin the sentence by helping verb. Here, did is considered as the helping verb. Did we go to market last night? Question mark. Look here, this is the structure of the negative sentence. Here, did stand for helping verb, we stand for subject, go stand for verb in a first form, and the rest of the sentence called as object. At the end of the sentence, we put question mark because it is negative interrogative sentence. So this is the structure of the simple past tense. Let's move to the next tense. Here, once again, I'll revise it. Did is the one and only helping verb here. Okay, whether the subject is plural, singular, or first person singular, whatever it may be, in simple past tense, did is the one and only helping verb. By using the did, you need to make negative sentence and interrogative sentence. And do remember, after using the did in the sentence, the verb should be in a V1 form. Look here, did not go. Did we go? Okay? Okay, let's move to the next tense. So, which is the next one? Past continuous tense. Past continuous tense. Dear students, when we are using the past continuous tense to express unfinished actions in the past along with the finished actions. Okay, I'll give one example here. Look, we were eating lunch when the bell rang. Look at the example, dear students. Past continuous tense, we are expressing unfinished action in the past along with the finished activity or finished action. Look, we were eating a lunch, it is unfinished continuous action. Okay, unfinished continuous action in the past along with the finished, look, finished activity. When the bell rang, either maybe school or college bell rang. Look, we were eating a lunch when the bell rang. Unfinished action in the past along with the finished action. Okay, all right. Look into the structure of the past continuous tense. So what is the structure of the past continuous tense? The structure like this: subject, helping verb, either it may be a was or were, plus verb plus ing or the present participle form, and object. Look at here. This is the structure of the past continuous tense. We need subject, helping verb, either it may be was or it may be were, and verb plus ing, present participle form, because it is a continuous tense, and along with the object. I'll give one example here. She was singing a song yesterday. Look here. She was singing a song yesterday. Look here. She stand for subject, was stand for helping verb, and singing stand for verb plus ing, and the song stand for object. Dear students, in past continuous tense, we are using two helping verbs. Look, was and were. Look, so this was is using for singular, singular, and along with first person singular called I. Look, along with first person singular called I. So in the past continuous, if the subject is first person singular I, you have to take was as a helping verb. If the subject is plural, you need to take were as a helping verb. So this is the structure, helping verb structure in the past continuous tense. Look, once again I will revise here. If the subject is singular, take was as a helping verb. And if the subject is first person singular called I, take was as a helping verb. Understood? And if the subject is plural, like you, we, they, take helping verb as were. Let's get into the negative sentence. So how to make a negative sentence here? It is very easy. By adding not to the helping verb, we are going to converting the negative sentence. Look here. She was not singing a song yesterday. Here she stand for subject, was stand for helping verb, not for negative sentence, singing stand for verb plus ing, and the remaining rest of the sentence stand for object. And when we change the positive sentence to the interrogative sentence, so what we need to do here, take the helping verb in the first place. Here helping verb is was. Why I took the was here? Because subject, she is considered as a singular. That is why I took was as a helping verb here. Take was in the first place. Was she, was she singing a song yesterday? Question mark. Look, this is the structure of the interrogative yes or no type of sentence. Here was stand for helping verb and she stand for subject, singing stand for verb plus ing because it is a continuous tense. It is also called as a present participle form, and the rest of the sentence stand for object, and at the end of the sentence we put question mark because it is a interrogative sentence, questioning sentence. When we read this sentence, was she singing a song yesterday? What is the answer? Either it may be yes or maybe no. That is also reason it is called as a yes or no type of sentence. So this is the structure of the past continuous tense. If the subject is plural, take were as a helping verb. If the subject is singular, like she, he, it, take was as a helping verb along with the verb, past present participle, verb plus ing and object. Okay, let's move to the next sentence. Past perfect. Past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. Dear students, you might ask me, what is the difference between simple past and past perfect? Both are going to expressing the past finished activities, but differences is there. What is the difference? Look into this example, I'll give right now. We went to college, but class started, or you may take when the class started. Look here. The difference between simple past and past perfect tense. We went to college. Look here, simple past tense. We went to college, and one more action is there. When the class started. Look, two simple past tense is there. It is also simple past and it is also a simple past. Okay. What is the use of the present perfect tense? See, this is also simple past and that sentence also simple past, but we need to mention which action is occurred first. For example, I'll write in a different way. Look here, we went to college when the class had started. Look at here. Using two simple past tense in a sentence is wrong. Okay. And the difference between simple past tense and past perfect is very clear. We are using the past perfect tense to show the action which is occur first. Look, this is totally wrong. Using two simple past tense in a sentence, totally wrong. Look at the second example here. We went to college. Okay, we went to college. Okay, when the class had started. Look, when we went to the college, already the classes had started. So the classes had started is the action which occur first in the timeline. Okay, maybe the classes start at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Maybe we went to the 10:30. In the timeline, the 10 a.m. will come first. Then after 10:30. Look here, the student might went to the college late, but the class had started already. So the class had started already occurred the first. That is why to express and to indicate which action is happening in the first, we are using past perfect tense. This is the major difference between simple past and past perfect tense. Okay, let's look into the structure of the past perfect tense. What is the structure? Dear students, the past perfect tense structure like this: subject, helping verb. It is only one helping verb here. Had is the one and only helping verb here. Either it is a singular or plural, whatever it may be, subject. Had is the one and only helping verb which comes in the past perfect tense. And verb in a third form and object. Look at here. When you are creating the past perfect tense, you have to put the verb in a third form, V3 form or past participle form. For example, go, went, gone. Gone is the V3 form of the go. So, in perfect tense, not only in past, not only in present, not only in future, all perfect tense should be in past participle verb. So, this is the structure of the past perfect tense. Let's look into the example. I had visited Mysore last night. Sorry, last week. Shall we take last week? Last week. Look here. I had visited Mysore last week. Past perfect tense. Here I stand for subject, had stand for helping verb, visited stand for verb in a third form or also called as a past participle form, and Mysore last week stand for object. This is called affirmative sentence in past perfect tense. Let's look into the negative sentence. It is very clear to write a negative sentence. By adding a not to the helping verb, we are going to write the negative sentence. I had not, or also called hadn't, visited Mysore last week. Here I stand for subject, had stand for helping of, not for negativity, visitor stand for verb 3, and remaining rest of the sentence stand for object. Let's look into the interrogative sentence, or also called as a yes or no type of sentence. So take helping of in the first form. Had is the helping of. Had I visited Mysore last week? Question mark. Look here. Had I visited Mysore last week? Question mark. Here had stand for helping of, I stand for subject, visited stand for verb in a third form, rest of the sentence stand for object, and at the end of the sentence I wrote questioning mark here, and because of that this is called interrogative sentence. So this is the structure of the past perfect tense. Let's look into the last tense in this session. That is called past perfect tense. Past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense. So in the past perfect continuous tense, look into the structure. Subject had been, it is called helping verb, and verb in the ing form, then object. Look dear student, this is the structure of the past perfect continuous tense. We need subject, we need helping verb. Here also one and only helping verb is there, that is called had been. Okay, then present participle called verb plus ing because it is a perfect continuous tense, and object. Look into the example. She had been waiting for doctor she had been waiting to doctor for 2 hours. Last night. It's a lengthy example. Here she stands for subject, had been stand for helping verb, and waiting stand for verb plus ing, and the rest of the sentence stand for object. So in this session, I am not going to converting this positive sentence to the negative, negative to the interrogative. So what you need to do, my dear students, you have to identify the right form of the negative sentence of this past perfect continuous tense, and do one thing, comment in the below comment box. Okay, so this is the end of the past tenses. Throughout the class I have discussed about the simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. The rest of the negative sentence and interrogative sentence, what you need to do, you have to frame it correctly and comment in the comment box, below the comment box. Okay, so in the next class I would like to take the future tense. And do remember one thing, if you did not watch the tense series part 1 and part 2, I will give a link in the description box. Go through with that links and watch the series first and the second. Okay, if you like the video, please hit the like button and do subscribe to our YouTube channel for more and instant update when we put the new video in our YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy the session. If you have any doubts, comment in the comment box. Thank you. Bye.